Hey everyone, it's Nerdware and welcome to my review of the Samsung Q9U. Just to let you guys know, I am on the XLR version right now. No voice isolation right now because I want you to see how bad the noise floor is. And I know I say I'm gonna do only XLR and only with the Fethead, but in this instance, the noise floor is so bad, I am going to be doing a USB and an XLR test on each of the switches and versions just to see which one sounds the best. I also have to make a disclaimer, I'm not an audio engineer. I didn't go to University in Audioville, Arizona. That's not even a real place. So this is a mic review based on my experience with the microphone with no degree or whatever in audio engineering. The test we will be doing in the XLR and USB version is a plosive test, a closed mic test, a handling noise with the provided shock mount. Let's see how the mute switch handles and how it sounds with pressing it in. We'll have the mid boost on. We'll have the mid boost on and low cut on. We'll have the mid boost off and low cut on. We'll then have it in neutral, and then we'll test a noise floor and USB and XLR. This is a test of the Samsung Q9U in a completely lateral position, a little bit off the center of my mouth. And this is how it sounds. You've been hearing to it. Voice isolation is still off. XLR mode with a Fethead. We are about to do a plosive test with the provided windscreen the microphone comes with, because I do not want to spit into the microphone. Please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. We are now doing a close miking test with the Samsung Q9U. It's still XLR mode. Voice isolation is still off because I want you to hear the ridiculous noise floor. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. We are about to do the handling noise shock mount or whatever it's called. The shock mount pretty much. But I need to let you all guys know this. I don't know where this trend is coming from, but somebody is using broadcast dynamic mics like handheld mics. And just like I'm about to demonstrate, not all mics are created equal. So now I am banging on the desk. Wow, okay. Now I'm going to tap on the boom arm this microphone's on. Oh, it's in the red. And now I just want to tap the body of the microphone. Since that handling noise test didn't go so greatly, I'm going to see how it handles me pressing the mute button, because there's a mute button on this thing. I'm going to about to press the mute button. And now I have disengaged the mute button. Gonna engage it again. And now the mute button has been turned off. This is a test of the Samsung Q9U with a mid-range boost on. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. This is a test of the Samsung Q9U with a mid-range boost on, and also the low cut has been engaged, and it just does not sound good. Let's see if we can fix that. This is the same test, but from a different angle. The low cut is still on, the mid-range boost is still on. I just have it positioned a little further up, not quite lateral to my mouth. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now we have the mid-range boost off. It still doesn't sound that good in my opinion. Let's see if we can fix that. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now this is the same test as the previous test. The mid boost is off, but the low cut is on. I just have it positioned above my head, it's not of a lateral position anymore. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now we're back to a neutral position with no mid-range boost on and no low cut. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Before we do the test in USB, I am going to let you hear the noise for or the XLR version of this mic running through the UA Volt 176. There is no vintage mode on, there's no compression whatsoever, and I will let you hear that noise for, also let you know, also with a Fethead. And I'll let you guys hear the noise for about 10 seconds, starting now. And that's the end of the XLR tests for now. We are about to do the Plosive test of the Samson Q9U via the USB-C to USB-C connector. Please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. Also letting you know that their voice isolation is still off. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. No XLR interface to connect to. We are now close miking the Samson Q9U. The voice isolation is still off. Oh yes, no pads on, no mid-range boost, no low cut, and you have been hearing a close miking test. I already did a rant on why you shouldn't be using broadcast dynamics as handheld mics. It doesn't make any sense, excuse me, but now we will be doing a handling noise test. So now I'm bumping. This is a shock mount handling noise test on the USB-C version or USB whatever version. Bumping the desk. Bumping the boom arm. Going to tap the body of the microphone. How does the mute switch sound when you press the USB-C version of the Samson Q9U? How does it sound? There it is, the mute switch. I'm going to turn it up, activating mute switch. Mute switch deactivated. Activating. Disactivating. Oh my god. Next test. I have now activated the mid-range switch on the Samson Q9U USB-C version. How does it sound? This is how it sounds USB-C's version. Again, voice isolation will be off. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. This is a test of the Samson Q9U with the mid-range boost on, and the low cut is on as well. And I'm having the same problems that I pretty much had with the XLR version. I'm not going to do that other angle test. You've already heard it. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now we have disengaged the mid-range boost, but the low cut filter is still on. It's still USB-C as well. And the voice isolation is also still off. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. And now we are back on the completely neutral mode. No mid-range boost, no low cut filter. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now we are back on the neutral mode on the Samson Q9U. Input gain is at 11 in the program I'm using. Voice isolation is still off. And you will be hearing the noise for about 10 seconds, starting now. And that's the end of the test. Now what I'm going to do is going to go back through all the tests that I've just done for the USB and XLR version and to determine which one version I like the best, so we can compare it with the other mics. So we're done with the test, and we can conclude that the USB version has it's a lot better, and the noise floor has completely disappeared, and maybe it was the Fethead I was using, or maybe it was the microphone it was itself, or maybe a combo with, or just the XLR version. It just doesn't sound as boomy as it is here. Maybe I need to increase the volume a little bit, but right here, how I'm listening to this microphone, it doesn't sound as boomy as it does on the XLR version. And I'm gonna make the decision here and now that the mic comparisons I'm doing it with, which will be XLR versions, will not be using a Fethead. Uh-oh. Hello, I am Russian man, maybe German too. We will now doing a test where we will be moving around the microphone. Now in German, we will be moving around the microphone to see what how it affects that how it how oh my god, how it the way you angle your microphone or your voice to your mouse can change the tone of the microphone. So right now I am German man. Well, I was German man, but now I'm speaking a little bit closer to the microphone. Now we're gonna move to the side. Hello, sir. Welcome to the Nerdware Speaks. This is Nerdware. Now we're speaking to the side of the microphone. The side of the microphone. We're probably about to hit a lamp. Yep. We're speaking into the wall, and I can hear the reverb at least in here. You probably won't hear it as much, but I don't want to speak as loud because the last time I spoke into the wall of the last review I did, I actually clipped it. I'm not going to clip. Oh, there goes the shock. There goes the water. Now I'm going to speak into the back of the microphone. For some reason, it sounds a lot more prominent. This is a USB-C version, by the way. There's no what's it? There is no voice isolation. That's what I meant. I think. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, we moved around the microphone. Now we will be starting with the comparisons of two other mics. We will be engaging voice isolation on just because I'm standing up again. The next two mics are coming up. The first mic we gotta do. Yeah, voice isolation is on. Let's go to that first mic. This is a vocal recording test of the Samsung Q2U. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now we're back standing up again. This is a test of the Samsung Q9U USB-C mode. Voice isolation will be on. Let's move on to the next mic, brah. This is a test of the Samsung Q7x in a completely lateral position, not my usual position for recording. And this is a vocal sample test. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Well, gosh garnity da, that's the end of the vocal mic comparison. We're gonna move on to the singing samples. You ready for this song I'm gonna do for all the mics? It's really simple because we're gonna sing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I learned my ABCs, or is it sung? Is this Sesame Street? This isn't Sesame Street, but I think sometimes I sing it. Now I heard spelt my ABCs, or now I sung the ABCs. I don't know. Next singing comparison. This is a test of the Samsung Q2U, and we will be singing our A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and a Y, and a Z. This is a test of the Samsung Q7x, no Fethead. Voice isolation will be on, and we'll be singing our A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, TUV WXYNZ. Okay, nerdware editing here. I just went back and did my comparisons through the XLR and the Fethead, and to, it's I don't think it's the Fethead or the interface or the cable that's causing all the noise from this microphone, all the self noise. It is definitely the microphone, because when using this via XLR with no Fethead, I had to crank the gain all the way up, and comparing each of the USB-C version and the XLR version. The XLR version definitely has a lot more self noise than the USB-C version. I'll be just letting you guys know I will be increasing the gain of the Samsung Q9U XLR. I'll let you know how much I boosted it or put it up, and then we'll continue the rest of the review like that. So the USB and XLR tests of this microphone pretty much went exactly the same, except when it came to the noise floor and how the tone of the microphone sounded. The USB version neutral mode, the bass isn't that overwhelming. The XLR neutral mode, the bass is overwhelming. Also in the XLR version, a test I'm not including in this review, I did plug it in XLR no Fethead, and just like the Q2U, I had to crank the gain all the way up for my types of voice. So the way you connect this microphone to your whatever you're connecting to does matter and does affect the tone of this microphone, unfortunately. Unfortunately for my register of voice, which it seems the Q9U is not made for, depending on how you connect this microphone to wherever, XLR or USB, Fethead or not, it ranges between actual usable, also with the noise floor, it ranges between absolute usable to absolute dog shit. The reason why I say that is because the XLR version of this microphone with the Fethead I've used, the bass on this microphone is overwhelming. Adding the mid-range just makes it even more overwhelming. So the only other way you can use this microphone is with a USB-C, and not everybody really wants to do that. At least I don't think. And my overall thoughts and opinions on this microphone, pretty much at this point, I'm going to sound like a broken record. The only version I find this usable is with USB-C and based with the interface that I'm comfortable with using with. I don't usually know what I'm doing all the time, and based on the other microphones I've been using with the effects with the interface I have, and the only other way, the XLR version, having to, without the Fethead, cranking the gain all the way and then adding all the effects and compression on, this is gonna already introduce more noise to an already horrible noise floor this microphone has. Who I would recommend this for is people with higher voices, which seems what the Q9U is till true. Even its little brother, the Samsung Q2U, and even when the XLR test without a Fethead, the Samsung Q2U just sounded a lot clearer than this, I guess, muffled, boomy mess, depending on what you plug it into. If you're really concerned about noise, I suggest actually using the USB-C version over the XLR version. So depending on what your preference is completely up to you of what your preference is. I'm like doing a million things at once, sorry, but you know, if you don't want a lot of noise, choose USB-C. If you do want a lot of noise, for some reason, choose the XLR, but you have to have a higher voice, I would say. And that's the end of the review on this microphone. I'm totally happy giving it away and not ever using it ever again. Thanks for staying to the end. Links to my other channels and support pages will be in the description. And if it comes down to it, subscribe.